Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your November tarot forecast. The messages that come through may resonate for your sun, moon, rising, or your north node. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, links will be listed below. And oh my goodness, Pisces, November is a very Scorpio and Sagittarius energy month. So with Scorpio, Venus is going to be in Scorpio. Everybody's in their feelings, okay? Mars is going to be in Sagittarius. So everybody really wants to assert themselves and be heard and be seen and get their way, all right? Just remember, everybody's dealing with these energies. And on top of that, we're going to have Mercury go retrograde through both Sagittarius and Scorpio in November. And you know, retrograde, it always brings things back from the past that are incomplete, unfinished, etc. So you may be getting visited from the past, whether just in consciousness, through your dreams, or something physically returning into your reality. Mercury moves into Sagittarius actually on October 29th, and then it's going to go retrograde in Sagittarius on November 9th, and it's going to retrograde back into Scorpio on November 18th, direct in Scorpio on 11/29, back into Sag on December 11th, and into Capricorn by the 2nd of 2026. So it's like a 2-month transit, a mini cycle of unfinished business inside of you, Pisces, that you're trying to get wrapped up before we end 2025 and move into 2026. So let's get into the cards. Let's see what messages come forward for you. How is November treating Pisces along with this Mercury retrograde? And the sun's in Scorpio, and then it moves in to Sagittarius later in the month. So again, a very Scorpio Sagittarius month. People might be very emotional, Pisces, including you. If so, just understand it's the energy. And everybody's going to go through this retrograde, and everybody's going to be feeling their past. Except for those who have truly done all the work and they're healed. They've been to therapy, like all of that. They probably won't be revisited, okay? But for the rest of us, something from the past will be returning. Whether, again, it's coming up from within you, it's something in physical reality, or something that comes to you in your dream. But it's for healing, Pisces. It's for closure. And a blessing of the air. Beautiful. So this is good conversations, Pisces. This is inspired ideas. This is you finally seeing which direction you need to move in. This is coming out of the confusion, finding your clarity, and having a long overdue conversation with somebody. Pisces, I do feel for a lot of you, there may be a person from your past that's resurfacing. And I don't know that it's for you guys to have a relationship with or not. You're going to have to gauge that off of your own personal life. But what I do feel and see is the return of this person is for the healing that you desire the most. Okay, and sometimes that healing is finally them coming back round and you're like, I knew you wouldn't forget about me. Or it could be that you guys are going to have a second chance at something. Regardless of the purpose, either way, you're going to be healed. And that's why something is returning to you during this Mercury retrograde, is so that you can be healed. And this total transit for Mercury starts on October 28th and goes all the way until January 1st, 2026. Okay, so it could be a process with this going on, but long overdue conversations, inspired ideas, creative ideas, positive messages coming in for Pisces. You may really be feeling the thoughts and emotions of others quite strongly through November, just because of that Scorpio energy being so strong and predominant. It's just going to make your intuition all that stronger, Pisces. All right, yeah. Page of Cups, your intuition's going to be stronger because the Page of Cups can absolutely speak of strong intuition, but also I feel that is messages from the heart that are being received by Pisces. Somebody wants to build a bridge with you. Somebody wants to get back to smoother, calmer waters. But overall, Pisces, your mental energy is not going to be stressed and chaotic. You're actually starting to figure things out and feel good. So you're navigating this Scorpio energy just fine. Yes, and then look at this, the World. You are going to be getting over something that's hurt you for quite some time. Okay? And I know people are like, oh, who cares about the past? Some people don't. I get that. But there are some Pisces out there that do. And it is so strong. And look at what's on the bottom. We've got the Star. It is so strong, Pisces, that somebody is trying to come back in here. Whether it's an old friend, it's an old family member, it's an old romance, okay? Somebody's trying to come back in here and get things worked out. And it may be that they want to come to your home, okay? Or they could have been living somewhere far away, like out of your state or out of your country, and they're going to be coming back home, okay? But with the World, yes, something is returning. And it doesn't have to just be a person, okay? It can be something else that's been left undone, unfinished. And now here's this new opportunity presenting itself to you where you can finally complete something. Or it could even be that something beautiful is coming in for you, which makes you look back on the past and be like, you know what, I'm okay that XYZ didn't happen because of what's now coming to me in this moment. So you are moving on from some heartaches and pain, Pisces. And I do feel some of you, there's somebody reaching out because they're really in their feelings about you. Scorpio season has them in deep thought and revelation, okay? And they're just thinking about you, and they can't get you off their mind. Or there's something else coming, Pisces. Your intuition is strong. Make sure that you are listening to it. Oh, let me see. It looks like I can't tell. I think this is the 6th house. Yeah, work, service, and health. Okay, so this coming out, Pisces, you are coming into a deeper recognition of the way that you give to others, the way that you do for others. And maybe you haven't always quite appreciated yourself as much as you should with who you are, the way that you show up for others, because the people that are thinking about you during this Mercury retrograde, they're thinking about how you always showed up for them and you never let them down. And they're feeling heavy in their heart because of that. Like when they're thinking back on you, that's what they're remembering the most, regardless of, everything that happened or didn't happen in a relationship. I just feel like Pisces was always there for me. Pisces always showed up for me. I could always count on Pisces, no matter what. And they're really in their feelings about that. And 9th house, philosophy, spirituality, knowledge. What's interesting about this is the 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius. And remember when I said this is a very Scorpio and Sagittarius month? You are going to be expanded quite a bit in consciousness. Some of your pain, some of your experience is truly transforming into strength and wisdom, Pisces. And whatever's coming back from the past, whether person, old situation, or something coming up within you specifically, it doesn't matter. All of it is to bring you some peace, harmony, and closure. And if that's the case, that's because you have completed the soul lesson. Next is cusp, transition. Okay, so with the cusp energy, you're between two things. All right. So in astrology, any placement that sits at 29 degrees or 0 degrees of a sign is right on the cusp between two signs. Okay. And that's where you're at right now. It's like you are on the cusp of old you and new you. And this cusp energy is you coming in to your closure and your completion around this unfinished business of the past. And look at this Venus, beauty, artistry, and love. And Venus is predominantly in Scorpio through November. Okay, yes, you are really in your feelings. And you are seeing just who you are, but more in a positive light. Pisces, if you've been kind of down on yourself, you've been kind of hard on yourself, that's changing in November. You are having a bit of an eye-opener of how amazing you are and how much you do show up for others and the love that you deserve based on what you put out. So you are really in your emotions here. 11th house, collaboration, membership, network. And the 11th house could be your soul tribe. It's the way that you socialize, the way that you network, the way that you connect with others. It's also about wish fulfillment. And this coming out under the 9th house, you are having experience transform into strength and wisdom, what you have been going through in your different connections, and you're going to be seeing yourself through different eyes. Pisces, this is a deeply spiritual month for you guys. Now we have new moon, creation, intention, potential. And so as you exit November, you're coming out of that cusp energy. So it's like right now, as you watch this, you are at 29 degrees. And then as the time goes, you move over to 0 degrees. And by the end of November, you're at 1 or 2 degrees. Okay, so you've successfully moved out of this cusp energy of the old and then the new you. And you see that with this new moon energy. Also, we're going to have the Scorpio new moon on November 19th, and that is a really good time to set your intentions of all things that you want to experience and happen, all right, by the end of the year, or even different stuff you want to happen within 2026. So let's pull some tarot. Let's go deeper, Pisces. You've got 3 houses that are being really highlighted. Your house of service and work, your house of spirituality, and your house of connection. And then Venus sits right here. There's deep healing coming to your heart, Pisces. And it could be because of what's returning to you. It could be because of the new opportunities that are now presenting themselves to you. Could be due to having these long overdue conversations. All right, so you got the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Fool, and the Six of Wands. Okay, so Pisces, you are getting a victory in November, but and look at that. The Five of Swords is at the top, but look at what would be next, the Death card. But the other way around, and this way around is second chances. This game over, this is second chances. Okay, so Pisces, you have been going through some stuff here with Ten of Swords and Seven of Swords. Okay, you've had heartaches, you've had disappointments, you've had setbacks, you've had betrayals, you've had great feelings of defeat with Five of Swords. Swords is not the easiest suit here. Swords is the hardest suit. And you've gone through it, and now you see the Fool is looking back at this, okay? And that's you through November and through this Mercury retrograde, as you're looking back and you're like, wow, you know, I have gone through it. But here, with the Six of Wands, this is victory, success, and rewards and recognition. However, in this position, it means you've definitely gone through the battle to get there. You see, on this side, it's all beautiful and sunny, but on this side, you've gone through the war to receive this victory. And I see that you have with this Ten of Swords, this Five of Swords, and this Seven of Swords. But you're overcoming this in November, Pisces. And here, again, follow through on all of your inspired actions, inspired ideas that come to you. Your intuition is very strong. And somebody may be wanting to come back around and say, hey, Pisces, I am really sorry for what I did. I'm sorry I left you hanging. I'm sorry I just dropped the ball on everything. Like, Pisces, somebody feels really bad here. And it's because of all of this energy in Scorpio and Sagittarius, okay? The energy of Scorpio has them in their emotions. The energy of Sagittarius has them connected to their spirit, and they're seeing the truth. They're not operating from their ego right now. They're operating from their heart and their soul, and from there, they see what they did and how awful it was. Like, they're really feeling it. Really feeling convicted about what they put you through or what they did or how they left things. A lot of guilt in their heart. And they want to take the action towards you, but I think you feel like it would be foolish or unsafe, too risky to reconnect again. You're not as on board for it as they are, but you don't have to be. You will receive your clarity, your healing, your closure, okay, by somebody coming back in and trying to have a conversation with you. But all in all, for every Pisces, you are getting your victory and you've gone through it. You definitely feel like you've earned this victory. It's nothing that was just handed to you. And look at, before I even shuffle the deck, you got the Ten of Swords in the same position in the mini deck. So yeah, Pisces, you've hit rock bottom in some capacity over 2025. There's no question. And you've felt betrayed. You felt betrayed. You have felt defeated. You feel like no matter what you do, it doesn't seem to make a difference or change anything. A lot of frustration. But Scorpio season, and you know what? This right here, the Death card, is the card that represents Scorpio in the tarot. Scorpio season is revealing a lot of things for you and allowing you, as the sun transitions out of Scorpio into Sag, especially because we are going to have this lunar eclipse going on. What am I saying? We are not having this lunar eclipse going on. Mercury retrograde, and perhaps that's the energy it's going to bring into your life, Pisces, is like a lunar eclipse. But we have this Mercury retrograde going on through both Scorpio and Sagittarius, and it just really emphasizes the energy we're all working with. Wheel of Fortune, Five of Pentacles. Some of you, this could be where you've been struggling financially. The Three of Cups. So look at that. You're going to be giving thanks and happiness and praise because of what's now coming in. The King of Wands and the Two of Swords. So through this victory that's coming to Pisces in November, you're not going to let anybody steal your peace, okay? You're not going to let anybody steal your peace whatsoever. You're going to be like, no, I've earned this. And strong, for those of you or somebody may be coming back in, very strong energy of fire sign Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And see, in this position, they're really bothered. They're really thinking about things. And they might be very scared to reach out to you. Okay, but they're gonna. And here, this is you having gratitude, filling your heart for the way things have happened in the past, even though it wasn't what you were hoping for, it wasn't fun. You realize the purpose of it at this point because of how things are going now, the victory you're getting, because the Six of Swords is moving on, the end of the hard time that comes through the Ten of Swords, okay? And then here you are getting your victory, but you're protecting your peace. So Pisces, your victory for you specifically is where you've been blocked, okay? Because the Wheel of Fortune in this position is where it's like you just can't seem to proceed forward. You feel like you're on the bottom. And this position is when you've figured things out and you're finally moving forward. So you feel like you haven't been able to make change. Like you're like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, but there's just not enough time, or your schedule doesn't allow it. Like you've felt some sort of restriction here, okay? And it can make you feel like, how am I ever going to change my situation? How am I ever going to change my life? I just feel stuck in this space and it feels very lackful. But Pisces, you're going to come to the deeper revelation because of what's now coming in for you. Like, you know what? I will leave the past as it is, because what's happening now is amazing. Even for those of you where this is a second chance at something, whether it's a second chance at a relationship, or it's a second chance at a job or a dream or a goal or something, no matter what the second chance is, you realize this wouldn't happen if you hadn't walked the path that you are currently on. And so there's a lot of gratitude. And then I do feel that somebody's trying to come back in and talk to Pisces, because they're very much in their heart. Everything they've done or what they've put you through, it haunts them so badly. Or they think that you're living this amazing life and that you're doing well, and it's hurting them that they're not a part of it. I don't know, Pisces, this person's just very in their emotions for you. Okay, so fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. We could have a Virgo with 6th house, a Sagittarius with 9th house, an Aquarius with 11th house. Okay, those are the strongest ones based on the cards that are coming in. Right, starting over. That pairs very perfectly with that second chance. You're presented with the opportunity for a fresh start and new beginnings. Release regrets and embrace the present moment with openness and optimism. So Pisces, this is second chances, new beginnings, starting over. The hardest part is over, Pisces, and you're beginning again. Okay, so those are your messages. And again, if you would like a personal reading with me, links will be listed below. I am sending you so much love and light. Take care.